What's up? Scout versus Scout, Daniel Jeremiah, Bucky Brooks, and Bucky, it's List Tuesday. So we like to go through and rank things. We're going to give a list of 5 things. We've done a video on the most improved sophomore players, so second-year players, but we got to balance the ledger now. We got to go to the other side, maybe some sophomores that have been disappointing this year. Let's go 5-1, Janet Jackson style, Rhythm Nation. Trust me, you know.
I get it.
What do you got?
I get it. I'm gonna go to Kansas City. I'm gonna go to Arrowhead Stadium. And I'm gonna say that Dee Ford has been a big disappointment for me. This is a guy coming out of Auburn. I thought he was gonna be an outstanding pass rusher, and I knew he was stepping into a loaded situation with Tamba Ali and also Justin Houston playing there. But I thought that he would be able to give me more contributions. Right now, he's sitting at 1.5 sacks for his career, none this season. He has to step up and give me more production. For a guy that we took in the first round, he has to be a better player.
Yeah, been a disappointment so far. I'm going to go running back Bishop Sankey for the Tennessee Titans, who's had some injuries, but just flat out hasn't been good enough to stay on the field for the Titans. We see Andrews run the rock. I think Cobb coming back healthy is going to end up getting a chance to run the football for this team in the future. I don't know where Bishop Sankey fits in the future of this football team. A lot of young players to build around. I don't think he's one of them.
You know, it's interesting because you're talking about a guy not fitting. There's a guy in Jacksonville that I wonder if he's going to be a fit, and Margise Lee. Margise Lee was one of my favorite receivers to watch. I thought he was going to be a guy that could light up the league as a spectacular playmaker on the perimeter. But right now, he's playing behind Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson, not getting a lot of touches. And one of the biggest things is he hasn't been available. And so in this league, you have to be around. You have to be available when they call on your number. He hasn't been able to do it. Because of that, he's a disappointment in my book.
All right, Buck, when I go to corners, I want guys that are tall, long, explosive, and can play the ball. I thought all 4 of those things were true for Justin Gilbert when I watched him at Oklahoma State. Had some concentration lapses. You saw him give up some plays, but the playmaking ability was there. Well, it's not there so far for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, he can't even get on the football field for this football team. Not a third corner, not a fourth corner for them. He has been a massive disappointment for where they took him in the draft. A lot of attention has gone on Manziel. To me, Justin Gilbert has been a bigger mistake than what they made in Johnny Manziel.
He has been a big mistake. You take a guy in the top 10, you expect him to be a blue chip player. He hasn't done it to this point. But when we talk about taking people in the top 10, when you take someone number 1, they're supposed to be a transcendent star, and we're still waiting to see the light come on for Jadeveon Clowney. Yes, injuries have prevented him from getting on the field. He's been banged up. But even when he's played, we haven't seen the dominant flashes that we thought we would get to see from him when he was coming out of South Carolina. Huge disappointment for me. At some point, either it turns around or you have to move on from him. He is a guy that has to be a guy that can complement J.J. Watt up front.
Yeah, coming off that microfracture surgery, I think he's actually held up pretty well against the run, made some splash plays there, but just as a pass rusher, we haven't seen that guy emerge that we all thought we would see there at South Carolina. Well, Buck, we've got a lot of ground to cover this week on Move the Sticks. Coach Billick is going to join us. Well, we're going to get into some of these teams as well, some of these elite teams in the NFL.
Yeah, some of the elite teams. How the Carolina Panthers continue to do it, I don't know, because they don't have receivers on the outside. Cam Newton's playing well. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down on the next Move the Sticks.
Yeah, don't sleep on Jericho Cotchery. Okay, go ahead. You can sleep on him. NFL.com/podcast. Check it out.